Good evening. I appreciate everyone coming out tonight. Thank you so very much for spending your time with us. And the way we will format this meeting, as well as all of the other town hall meetings, will be very similar to what we've done in the past, which was last year. I'll speak very briefly on a couple of things that are most current. Now it's going great. Students love it. They love the additional morning time. They're actually engaged first period. They're not drowsy or trying to get their mind to wake up. So how do you feel about it? What are your initial thoughts? I know we've only been in school 15 days, but all early indications suggest that it's something we may want to discuss as a district-wide initiative if everything continues to progress in the manner in which it is right now. And if you'll come up to the microphone. Now the only contingency is they can't jump around from language to language. They can't spend 1 week here and think, okay, I don't like this, I want something different. They can only switch once during the year, but we would like them to go through at least one of the levels. Most of the languages have anywhere between 3 and 5 levels to show mastery. So we would like them to go through at least one of the levels before we make a language change. Same with adults. We don't want adults skipping around either. So the same rule will apply for the adults as well as for the students. They will get to self-select their language, and they'll be able to use that on their digital device whenever they have time. Well, I was telling the board members what a difference a year makes, or what a difference decisions make. Because last year this time, we were here for 2+ hours answering all kinds of questions on redistricting and the new schools. So I anticipated not that many questions tonight. I did anticipate more than one question.
I have another one.
Sure, come on up.
I'll just stay up here all night. What is the focus for River Ridge Academy?
Great question, and what we will do is convene the parents and the students that we know are districted, along with the administration, that we will announce probably February or March. And they will discuss what that choice option would be for that school. And we'll have that same process with the high school as well. So we want to have students and parents engaged in that conversation, because you're a customer. You are the ones that are going to be benefiting from whatever choice we have in place at a school. So we'll have those conversations so that you feel part of what that school will look like, feel like, and the opportunities that will be available to your children.
Can you talk briefly about the shift in the Common Core standards? And I apologize if you've already addressed this, and maybe the addition of the cursive handwriting back to the schools.
Well, I was actually in elementary school today where they were teaching cursive writing. So yes, we do teach cursive writing. The shift in Common Core, South Carolina has always had state standards. The standards in Common Core probably are not that much different than what the aspirations are for those that are currently writing the standards for South Carolina. We do want rigorous standards. The biggest difference was not in the standard or the methodology taught in the classroom. The difference with the Common Core standard movement was the assessments. It actually had a common assessment that would go along with each one of the grade levels and subject areas, so that you could then look at state to state, instead of having different assessments from different standards. I do believe that we will end up with very rigorous standards in South Carolina. We are rewriting our assessments. So the difficult component for us over the next 2 to 3 years will actually be to compare where previous students have performed with this group of students that are taking the assessment for this year, because the test is going to be different. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to compare progress from year to year. What occurs in the classroom is still contingent upon the teacher training and the professional development activities that we conduct in Beaufort County. And I can tell you, I've walked into a lot of classrooms and our teachers do an amazing job. They're teaching the content, they're teaching the standard in their way. The standard in no way gives them a sheet of paper that they lecture from and everyone is saying the same thing, which I know is the perception when we talk about common standards. But that is not what is occurring in our classrooms. Our teachers are very creative. And you can walk into one teacher's classroom that's teaching a particular component of one standard and go into the same grade level, same approximate time frame, and probably see that standard taught a little differently, depending on that teacher's style and what they want to bring into the classroom to get their concept across. So it's really a matter of what level of rigor we want within the standard. And I do hope that our new standards are just as rigorous as the Common Core standards were. The big difference will come out with our South Carolina assessment, what that assessment